Hello, Dr. Imran.
Hello.
Hi.
Pleasure seeing you.
Yes, I'm Anjali, and I'm interviewing you on behalf of the NLP. And you're here in Holland, on my invitation, that's true, to teach us hypnosis. And please tell us why you would want to teach us hypnosis.
Well, I've been, as you know, that I'm a certified master instructor, and I teach hypnosis throughout the world. And Netherlands is again one of the best place to be in, particularly at this time of the year when the weather is good. Very beautiful environment, very nice people here. So, as everybody is getting more and more into hypnosis as a practical application for them as well as therapy, so I feel good to be here.
Good. You have been here for a day now, and you have been teaching us. I was one of your participants, and you were telling us, no, in 2 days we're not going to be hypnotists, of course. So to what extent in these 2 days you think you can have us, beginner, what's the word?
So what I will say that you will identify what are the hypnotic states, because we are, as I mentioned in the class, the hypnosis is the brain frequency pulsation, as you can see from at the back as well, is between 4 and 7. And throughout the day, and even in the night, in 24 hours, a lot of time our brain pulsates between that frequency. So one who has a skill to identify that state, then it becomes a suggestible state, and we can use it for our self-enhancement. So that is the reason I said you will not get any to become a hypnotist, or even sometimes people can say they can become hypnotherapist in 2 days. I really don't know how yet, but you are able to identify that what are the suggestible states, and then you can formulate some self-suggestions.
Yes. So the word hypnosis, we use it a lot of times already now without first stating for you what is it, hypnosis?
Hypnosis is an altered state of our mind, which, as I mentioned, our brain frequency pulsates between 4 and 7, and it simply means it is in a suggestible state, a suggestible mode, where your unconscious mind's dominating, and you have only a little consciousness, so that it will not blocking the way to enter into the unconscious mind. And hypnosis is very close to the sleep cycle. So it's just like waking up and about to go to sleep, that particular moment when the rational mind, the conscious mind, is not interrupting or not even intruding, and there, but yet it is responding for someone to accept the suggestion and give the response.
Okay, so using those words, subconsciousness and consciousness, and the consciousness blocking or not blocking the subconsciousness, could you elaborate a little bit more?
As I said, we have our body, we have a brain pulsating in our head, and we have a mind, which is an abstract form of a coding that what we are doing, and our mind is in every single cell of our body. And the mind consists of conscious and unconscious. Whatever we are aware of, that is conscious. Everything else is in our unconscious, and our unconscious contains all the data which we are performing and behaving and thinking. Is all based on the data which is in our unconscious mind. So unconscious mind is like a hard disk of a computer, and the conscious is like a random access memory, the processor of a computer. Unconscious mind is like your car, and a driver is conscious mind. So we need a partnership between conscious and unconscious. Conscious has a processor, and unconscious has a data. So that is the reason we focus consciousness there somewhere, so that we can access to the data.
So okay, so in total, talking about hypnosis in Holland, there is this controversy. So should it be Ericksonian? Should it be, say, the new rapid induction? What's your opinion about the way we hypnotize?
Well, hypnosis is the procedure of hypnosis is very simple. It's a 3 steps, simple. You focus of attention of a conscious mind somewhere, whether external or internal, and once the conscious mind is focused or distracted, you go to the unconscious mind and give suggestions, and those suggestions for the person to become better in their life. And once the suggestions are repeated and engraved there, you bring out the person as you immerse the person into a normal waking state.
Yes.
So whether you go by a rapid induction, whether you go a direct induction, whether you go to a covert, whether you go by conversation, does not matter. It all depends on the person.
Yeah.
There are people who will like it, and that is the reason if you go and know the concept, you will apply the different techniques. The children will be different, teenagers will be different, adults will be different. So it really doesn't matter how you bring this focus of attention. For sure, the safety of a client is the focus. You can damage the client with the words as well.
Yeah.
A lot of incompetent hypnotists, if they don't use the proper language, that can be damaging to the unconscious too.
Yes. How damaging is street or stage hypnosis?
Well, see, a stage hypnosis and a street hypnosis is entertainment. It is an application of hypnosis to an entertainment to the people who are highly suggestible, and then they perform as an entertainment. So if we keep that as an entertainment, that's okay. But as I said, the safety is always on priority, whether you do it on a stage or a street or even in your clinic.
Yes.
It's the same thing.
Because you teach it to people in clinics, right? And in the University of Karachi.
Yeah, that's what I've been training specifically for last 3 years in Institute of Clinical Psychology, the University of Karachi, the biggest institute in Pakistan, where we teach therapies. So there, for sure, we are teaching how to be safe first, how to be safe as a therapist, and how to keep the priority, the safety of the client.
Safe as a therapist?
Yes, for sure, because a lot of time when the therapist is not trained properly, he or she can make brutal mistakes as well, which can not only damage his reputation, but as well and he can lose the license as well.
Especially. So now we are here in an institute of NLP, and I heard you say NLP is actually hypnosis in disguise, or vice versa. Is it so?
What I will say that when the body goes into a healing mode, it always operates into those lowest frequency around 4. We know about from the sleep cycle. So any therapy, there is a hypnosis behind it.
Yes.
Because the body, our mind, when we go into a healing mode, the hypnosis is built in.
Yes.
So we are always in a trance. We move from one trance to another trance. So you give the name to any other therapy, because so many alternative therapies now, there are so many complementary therapies now, but the hypnosis is there.
Yes. Did you feel that since you are doing hypnosis, that either hypnosis itself or you were developing in a certain direction?
Yes, now people are getting aware more and more. That's a very positive sign that people are aware that the complementary therapies are still taking over the major portion of healing in the world. With all the medical intervention until now, the medicine is only curing 15% of the diseases. So how the people are getting healed? Obviously the other 85%, and hypnosis is playing quite a big role in it.
Yes. So true, because you were using the word complementary before, because it's obvious that it's complementary. It's not taking over everything.
There is no therapy in the world which can claim that will cure 100% of the. There is no. If somebody is saying, it's lying.
Yes.
Right. So the same thing goes with the hypnotherapy as well. That hypnotherapy cannot claim, or NLP or any other therapy can claim that they will cure 100% of the diseases or 100% of the illnesses. That's not true. That's not possible either.
So, to the Dutch people watching, is there anything that I forgot to ask and you really wish to say to them?
Well, I have what I have really noticed here, that they have a good sound quality. Which you say Schiphol. So,
Yes.
so use your
It is Schiphol.
Schiphol.
Yeah,
So,
that's good.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
So they have a built-in a natural voice quality. Some
Yeah.
of the languages has that quality of a deeper throat and deeper
Yes.
voices. So if the Dutch people will take hypnosis, it will be easier for them compared to the other languages,
So that's good.
where it is more sharp pitch.
Yes.
Yeah, but here it is like more natural hypnotic
Okay.
voice goes there.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Pleasure meeting you once again.
Okay, Dr. Imran.